Hestia is the Greek goddess of home and family, known as Vesta in Roman mythology. She was the firstborn child of Cronos and Rhea, so she was the first one to be devoured at birth by her father, who tried to prevent one of his descendants from overthrowing him. But it can also be said that she was the last child of the couple, as she was the last one expelled in Cronos' vomit, thanks to Zeus, the only son that Cronos could not devour. After the 10 years war between titans and gods, she became one of the 12 Olympian gods. As goddess of the home, she presided over the religious center of all houses, cities, temples, and Olympus, and was present in all of them through fire. In other words, she was the sacred hearth, and when the fire crackled, people said that Hestia was laughing. In addition, Hestia's holy fire was kept in the Prytaneum, a public building located in the Agora of Greek Polis, where meetings with foreign ambassadors and Olympiad winners took place and magistrates delivered justice. When the inhabitants of a polis set off to found a colony, they carried a torch with the holy fire from the altar of Hestia. Then they lighted a fire on the altar of the new colony as a symbol of union between both polis. For its part, the Prytaneum, for Vesta in the case of Rome, was located in the Forum, and its fire had to be always kept alive. This was the duty of some young female virgins called Vestals. Moreover, many other temples were sacred to Hestia, and even the oracle at Delphi was dedicated to her before Apollo. Generally, in sacrifices and banquets, Hestia received the first offering, and she was invoked before any other god in prayers. These practices gave rise to the proverb to begin with Hestia, which meant a proper or valid start. Since she was closely linked to home, Hestia hardly appears in Greek myths. In fact, when the other deities paraded through the sky led by Zeus, Hestia remained alone in the house of the gods. She was excluded from their ordinary activities, but still she was always at the center of the Olympus. In fact, when Dionysus got into Olympus, Hestia gave up her position, leaving it for him, and she devoted herself entirely to the care of the holy fire of Olympus. She had then a pacifist and calm character, so she never intervened in wars or disputes, unlike the rest of the gods. She was focused on her functions, protecting the family, promoting wedded bliss, and maintaining the harmony in homes and temples. Since fire was considered to be a pure and purifying element, Hestia was a virgin goddess. She made the decision not to lose her virginity to avoid depending on low instincts on herself. Both Apollo and Poseidon had tried to marry her on one occasion, but she stubbornly rejected them and vowed to remain a virgin, placing her hand on Zeus's head to take a solemn oath to that effect. Zeus then bestowed upon her great honors in substitution for her marriage and declared that she would dwell in the center of the house and receive the first portion from every sacrifice. In another story, it is narrated that Priapus, a minor god of fertility, tried to rape her while she was sleeping, but thanks to the brain of a donkey from Silenus, a minor god of drunkenness, she woke up and ran away from Priapus. For this reason, the donkey became Hestia's favorite animal, so the Greeks decorated these animals with garlands at the festivals of this goddess. Hestia is usually represented sitting or standing in a solemn and calm attitude, holding a flame in her right hand, with a veil falling from her head down to her back. Her main symbols were the circle and flames.